The first story. From r/am I the butthole? I 28F have a niece, 16F. She is my only sister's only child. 2 years ago I married a very wealthy man, 34M, and because of the pandemic, last Christmas was my first with my in-laws. My mother-in-law gifted me a coat that is worth more than $20,000. I saw her wearing it, asked her where she bought it, and she said that it will be my Christmas gift from her. I didn't know how much it was. I knew it was expensive, but I thought maybe $3,000 at most. I was visiting my sister last January when my niece saw it. She Googled the brand and showed me how much it really was. I won't lie, I didn't wear it after that because I was afraid of ruining it. Last week, I wore it while visiting my sister. While I was putting it back on to leave, I felt something go splat on my back, then my niece started cackling and the smell of paint hit me. I was so pissed off while she was not apologetic at all. Her mom screamed at her and said she was grounded. Then she said she will pay for the dry cleaning. While I was in my car, still in shock by the way, I got an alert that my niece posted a reel. It was of her doing a prank on me, and she said I'm going to hit my aunt's $20,000 coat with a paint-filled balloon to see how she reacts. I saved it on my phone, sent it to her mom and told her that a week's grounding is not enough. She did not reply, but I saw that my niece took it down. It got less than 5 views by then. The next day I found out my coat cannot be saved, so I called my sister and told her that her daughter has to pay it back. Well, we got into an argument and she said that they will not be paying it, and if I wanted a new one, I should get my husband to buy it for me. I think that they should pay for it. They can afford to. In my opinion, they should sell my niece's car and pay me back my money. We did not reach an agreement, so I told her that I will be suing, and reminded her that I have video evidence that her daughter A. did it on purpose for online clout and B. knew exactly how expensive it was. People in my life are not objective at all. I have some calling me a butthole, some saying they are the buttholest for not buying me a new one, and some so obsessed with the price of the coat that they are calling me an off for simply owning it and wanting a new one. So am I the butthole? Edit, sorry for not making it clearer, but my coat was bought new, just identical to my mother-in-law's. NTA. She ruined a $20,000 coat. She wasn't even apologetic. For a prank video. For a 16-year-old, she's acting a lot like a 6-year-old. Welcome to 2022. It's nothing new, but teens just didn't publicly document all their idiocy back in our day, so there wasn't evidence like there is now. It's the convenience of phones and putting it immediately online that's the difference. I was a teen when Jackass was on the air. Plenty of fellow idiots filmed with camcorders and the like in past videos around. Not the butthole. This is a really good way for your niece to learn that actions have consequences and hopefully will serve her well in the future, when she's older. And your sister seems to need that lesson too, sounds like. Just have your husband buy you a new one is not an appropriate reaction to your kid destroying a $20,000 item. Exactly. He is my husband and even I don't feel comfortable asking him to drop that kind of money on something frivolous, while she is comfortable doing that. Gotta ask, what kind of coat was it? Dying to know? A Chanel? Gucci? A limited Burberry? Balmain? Loro Piana, a brand I haven't ever heard of before I got my coat. And brace yourself, but apparently it's not even that expensive by rich people's standards? My husband was talking about a blazer with gold, as in real gold, buttons. It was a gift he received from his grandpa from some tailor in NYC. Oh my goodness, I just checked out their website and everything looks so luxurious. I'm sorry about your coat. Not the butthole. People all over Reddit land are Googling that brand and drooling over things they can't afford. Hey, us poors can dream. It's one jacket, Michael. What could it cost? $20,000. Honestly, not the butthole. Actions have consequences, and you are right, a week's grounding isn't enough. She should sell her car and cough up the money. The niece is old enough to know better. Tell your sister either she comes up with the money or you take it to the cops. I wonder if a police report will force the insurance company to come up with the money. This wasn't an accident, it was intentional, and she won't do it again. This reminds of the idiots gluing themselves to paintings to fight climate change. I must have overlooked her punishment. Only a week. That's like telling niece what she did wasn't that bad. The mother isn't taking this seriously, so why should the niece? If I had done something like, my parents would have gone nuts. I don't think I would be alive today if I did something like that when I was 16. Am I the butthole for banning alcohol from Christmas? My husband's family likes to drink. Every holiday includes multiple bottles of wine/cocktails. I hate drinking. I have never drank. My father was an alcoholic. I think it's childish if you can't have fun without drinking. This year I'm hosting Christmas for a change. I decided since it's at my house, no alcohol allowed. We are all getting older and it's time to grow up. My husband's sister called to ask what she could bring. She saw a recipe for a Christmas martini that she wanted to bring. I told her about my no alcohol rule. She didn't say much but must have told the rest of the family. Some of them started texting me asking me if I was serious and saying that it is lame. But I'm not budging. Now it turns out my husband's sister is hosting an alternate gathering that almost everyone is choosing to go to instead. It's so disrespectful, all because they would have to spend one day sober. My husband told me he talked to his sister and we are invited to her gathering, and he said we should just go and stop causing issues, but I won't. It's so rude. Now husband is mad because I'm making him stay home and spend Christmas with me, but it was my turn to host and I chose to have a no alcohol. He could have dealt with it for 1 year. You're the butthole and the Grinch who stole boozmas. Edit. Thank you all for awards. May you be blessed this boozmas. I got one for up. Mix 2 parts orange juice and instead of 1 part vodka, substitute with cranberry juice and bam, you got a non-alcoholic Ebenezer screwdriver. Op is just dreaming of a teetotaler Christmas, just like the ones the Quakers used to know. Where there's no more vodka to knife but may all your Christmases be dry. You're the butthole for having a fit when no one wants to attend your optional gathering where alcohol is banned because you personally think it's childish. Now all your in-laws know that you think they're immature alcoholics, so why on earth would you expect them to go to your dinner when you think that about them? No less on a holiday where, yes, most people expect there to be festive alcoholic drinks served. I don't even drink at dinners outside my home because I'm always driving home after, but I sure wouldn't attend one like yours. Ya turkey ain't that good. Op sounds a lot like a control freak I dated when I was young and stupid. If the girl saw anyone have more than 1 drink in a sitting, she would go off the rails screaming about how that person was an alcoholic and needed help. She came with a very sheltered religious family. Op sounds like they have a severely skewed view of reality. Definitely you're the butthole. Op's dad was an alcoholic, so her negative view of alcohol is most likely based on this fact and the assumption that his alcoholism fucked up some part of her life. Info would here be interesting, not necessary though, because irrelevant to the question. And my dad was horribly abusive. Doesn't mean every man I encounter I think is abusive. Her trauma is no excuse to run all over her husband, at the very least. If the family just has drinks, has a good time, and there's not drama or fighting etc., then you're the butthole. Of course it's totally within her rights to not want alcohol there, though doesn't the husband at least get a vote? But she also can't clutch pearls and be offended when everyone else says no thanks. Kindly, you're the butthole. I understand where you come from. But you need to understand where other people come from too. It's not your wedding or your birthday. This celebration is not about you and your wants. It's a celebration to bring people together. Most people work hard all year and rarely get to see their family. When they do, they want to relax and celebrate. It sucks, but yes, alcohol is part of this. I get that you don't want to see people dead drunk in your house, but there is unhealthy a couple of drinks in between. This is a good point. Christmas is not a time to uplift or celebrate one person. Realizing this is an ironic sentence due to the origin of Christmas, but anyway. Op is not supposed to be the center of attention here.